Hello and welcome back to our channel Lady T. My name is Nathalie, if you didn't know already, and the audio is still crap, but when this video comes online I should have my new microphone in, but at this moment in time I'm recording this in June, so right now I don't have that new microphone yet. My Blue Yeti is still dead, so we still have to deal with this crappy audio, but at least you can hear me. This was a trip to Delft here in the Netherlands, and this year I've been working with some people on a magazine called Spatie in Dutch, and in English it would be space or space bar, like from your keyboard, from your computer. And for that magazine we went to the Technical University in Delft, here in the Netherlands, as I said. And this university has a lot of stuff to do. Sorry, with technical stuff and with science and stuff like that. And here in the background, by the way, you can see one of my new friends, one of the people who worked with me on the magazine. And it was just, she was reading a book from one of my other friends, and it was just funny to see how she was reacting to the book itself. Yeah. We went to Delft, to this university, because there was a silent room in which you are not able to hear a single thing. So we were very curious to find out what it was all about and to experience it for ourselves. And that is why we went to the city. And well, before we get there, I have a lot of pictures and some videos from us walking throughout this town, on the city, and I had never been here before, and I wasn't really sure what I could expect. I figured it would be something like Amsterdam or Rotterdam, something like that, and I just absolutely loved how this city looked. It was very relaxing and just very Dutch overall, which doesn't really make sense, I think. Yeah. I just love exploring new cities that I've never been before, and I like just going to all these different places, and making this magazine with these amazing people overall just has been an amazing ride and just an amazing experience that I will carry with me for a very long time. And well, as you can see on this picture, the weather wasn't awesome. It wasn't that warm. I was wearing gloves most of the time and my yellow raincoat, as you can see here on this picture. It didn't actually really started raining. Yeah, at some point it was kind of drizzling, but not something that I had to wear this warm coat for. But as you can see also here in this, the city is very old. They also have some new modern stuff, especially with the at the site of the Technical University, but around here you're still walking through a very old town, which I personally really like. I am not the biggest fan of that new modern kind of look that some cities have going on. Yeah, and here we had some art on a couple of buildings, and all the time I was kind of walking behind the whole group, because I love to take pictures when I'm somewhere and that I've never been before, and I just like to experience everything and just look at everything that I encounter. So yeah, I often had to run to keep up with the group, but luckily for me, one of my friends, Daphne, she stayed with me, so I wasn't walking alone completely. And we still had a long way to go, because we could have taken a bus, I think, but then we might have been a little too late for our appointment, because we had asked one student from the Technical University to show us around, so we had to be on time. But there were just so many great things to see around the city that I just couldn't help myself and I had to take some pictures, and we were still on time, so I didn't delay anyone. We were still on time. Not all my fault that we might have been a little bit too late. But yeah. And getting to the Technical University itself was very impressive to see how large it was. It was like this small town all by itself, which was crazy because I thought my school that I go to was large, but this was just crazy big. It really was. And they had a library, they have their own library. We have too, but it's just a small corner in our school. And we couldn't actually visit the library, which was very sad because I really wanted to see it. And I could have gone alone, but we were there with a group and then I wanted to stay with them. So maybe I'll get there again sometime and then it will all be great and I can still see the library there. And here's where it actually started drizzling a bit, but it was over within a few seconds, so yeah. Luckily the weather wasn't too cold and it was just kind of nice to walk around there. And here's where we entered the science center. Here our guide was waiting for us and then we had to walk a short distance to where we had to go. We first visited the architecture building and it was very inspiring because it looked, when we came into a hallway and then to a large room, which at first I thought was the cafeteria, but we could soon see that it was actually a lot of people working on these buildings, these small, I can't think of the word right now, I'm sorry, these buildings that they created out of scratch, and it was very cool to just see them working on their projects, and it was very inspiring. And I don't know, it made me feel relaxed to see them working very hard, I have to add, on these little trees and everything they had to build to let their buildings come together. It was very inspiring actually to see it. And 2 pictures from now we're going into a room that will actually, you can hear a lot of sounds, everything echoes. So and this is one of the pictures, and now we're going to view the videos.
Het is apart gewoon.
Dit is de sweet spot. Het is wel leuk dat er beneden staat.
Kan hij harder? Zet hem nu stop. Ja, precies. Oh, dat is wel vet. Het geeft een soort extra dimensie of zo. En als we fluisteren, zelfs dan. Ja. Cool. Whisper. This is ASMR. Volgens mij 9 of 10 minuten zo. Oké, het hardst. Nathalie! Oh, die was hard. ...12 of 13 seconden, hè? Ja. Ja, is goed. Ja, precies. dit is bizar. Sas, waar ben je?
Ik ben hier.
Oeh, hoi, dat is een andere persoon. Hoi, ik zit bij.
Dit is echt hier kan je echt op ervaren.
Ja. Oh, maar dit is echt heel freaky gewoon. En vooral die geluiden waren best wel... Toen jij die geluiden gemaakt, vond het echt als een horrorfilm.
So this was the echo room, and then we went to the room we got here, which was the silent room. Sound doesn't really travel in this video, and you're going to be able to hear that right now.
En dan kunnen ze precies meten hoeveel geluid het is. En microfoons zijn natuurlijk ook interessant.
Je zou zeggen, hij is hier het stilst in deze ruimte.
Ja, nou ja, je ziet ook, maar hier meet je wel puur en alleen het geluid dat die wasmachine maakt.
Ja, klopt.
En niet het geluid dat de omgeving van de wasmachine.
Nee, in die andere kamer is natuurlijk de omgeving die dat allemaal veroorzaakt.
Ja, precies.
Terwijl eigenlijk een wasmachine nooit...
De stilte doet gewoon pijn aan mijn oren of zo.
Je moet niet fluisteren, je moet gewoon blijven praten.
Ja.
Trouwens, als je vanaf een afstandje staat, lijkt het wel alsof jullie ook zweven.
Ja, echt hè?
Het is echt bizar.
Dit is alleen voor de
Oh, het is
ogen.
helemaal gek, joh. Dit is echt bijzonder.
Ja, dat is heel goed.
So yeah, sound doesn't travel in this room, which is very strange because your ears start to make up a sound of their own. So it's like this buzzing sound that you start to hear, which was very freaky. And at some point I didn't make a video during that moment, but we also turned the light off in this room, just like the echo room, and we all had this crazy experience because as I was there and I heard nothing, the only thing I could feel was the floor that we were laying on, which wasn't that comfortable. But the strange thing was that I was actually thinking like, if this is death, then I'm fine with this. Which was very strange. It was a strange experience because when we got out of the room, you suddenly hear all kinds of sounds and just strange. I felt like I was on a high just walking outside, which was very strange. And when I was thinking back to that moment in the silent room, I actually got scared and that is very strange to me because as I was in the room I felt at ease in the dark and without sounds, but when I got out and I reflected back on it, I was actually scared. So yeah, this was a very unique experience that I was very lucky to be able to experience. And right now the video is almost ending, so I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video. I hope that this has been interesting for you to watch. Yeah, have a great Sunday or any other day that you're watching this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye!